We've seen the creative wallbang spots and the crazy nade lineups, but have you seen their current meta? I was spending another lazy afternoon on my Facebook feed, then I saw a restream of the National Electronic Sports Tournament 2021 in CODM China by V9 Gaming, and I saw an interesting lineup of guns. After watching a bit of live streams, I can truly say that they are one of the regions that play the game the right way. They just play so different than other servers or regions, and you can learn so much from them. But today we're gonna go over some of the guns that they use in competitive, as well as some of the builds I managed to get from their live streams. You can try out these builds by yourself, and if you like them, great. Personally, I like most of these builds, and they are going to my ranked loadouts from now on. I'm Kith, and I stream daily both on my YouTube live channel and on Trovo at 1 PM Qatar time, or depending where you live, here's the schedule on the screen. My HYPERX giveaway will be ending soon, so for more chances of entry, hang out on my stream for more secret codes. Today's goal is 2,500 likes, so make sure you tap that down below to help with the algorithm. This gun has been in the meta for the longest time until it was nerfed last season, and SMGs were buffed to become the obvious weapon of choice. Obviously, we're talking about the Man of War. You'll rarely see this gun used nowadays, but interestingly, it is still used in competitive in COD Mobile China. In the recent update, the vertical recoil got increased, the ADS mobility was also increased, but the time to kill of this gun is pretty much the same, even if the damage profile was changed from 34, 28, 24 to 37, 30, and 24. That means this gun is still a 3-shot kill until 23 meters, but you have to play around the QXRs and the PP19s. You're gonna have to pre-aim a lot and play passive and use angles to dominate with this gun. Nonetheless, still a viable option for ranked, and obviously a viable option for COD Mobile China pros. Here's one of the builds you can try out. The strike stock and the tac laser will even out the RTC huge suppressors negatives when it comes to bullet spread accuracy. Keep in mind that this will be a bit slow in terms of ADS, so remember to center and pre-aim every time. One of the more popular guns in ranked this season, the AS-Val is one of the weapons that are used in ranked and at times in tournaments at the COD Mobile China scene. This is one of the better ARs that you can use to challenge the current SMG meta, and it's because of its good damage, high fire rate, and easy to control recoil, the 3 key ingredients for a gun getting in the meta conversation. It is really one of the faster killing guns in the game, and the other day I just got wrecked by a hacker one-tapping me with the AS-Val on stream. Try this build if you don't have one yet. I have yet to try this in ranked, so it's up to you to stick with it or switch it up. This may be the best AR in the current meta, but you cannot use it to beam in long ranges consistently. You can use other guns for that. Moving on to the LMGs, I have seen this one and it's pretty interesting because they aren't using the chopper like Garena does. They're using the Emperor LMG in tournaments instead. Keep in mind that this gun takes 4 to 6 shots to kill most of the time, and the initial damage range was increased as well. Its base ADS time got nerfed as well. That's why when I tried it, it felt very slow, and I don't have an idea how COD Mobile China uses this to spam instead of the chopper or the RPD even. Here's a build from a COD Mobile YouTuber Eco from his or her video showing why the Emperor LMG is meta in Chinese comp. I have tried this build myself and it's really slow, but you can use it to spam and wallbang enemies with easy to control recoil. This new gun might be the one replacing the Emperor LMG in comp, seeing how COD Mobile China pros use it more and more in their streams. The Holger is actually my favorite gun to use, and with the upcoming nerfs, it might just become the meta very soon. We discussed in a previous video how it performs and how it compares versus the Bison, and Signal made a Gunsmith discussion on the Holger, so you can check that out as well. As good as the air conversion is, COD Mobile China uses an Lmg build, and here's the build that I use on my streams daily. You can try it out for yourself. I use the tactical suppressor instead of the monolithic to take care of the bullet spread accuracy. The base damage profile of this gun is already really good, so take this as the S36 meta of the past. Strike foregrip enhances the bullet spread accuracy as well as reducing a bit of that vertical recoil, and you can switch the FMJ for something else that you like. Are there any guns that you like this season? If you've made it this far, help us get to 2,500 likes on this video. Both in Global and Garena, I see players run DLQ or Locust as their main sniper, but in COD Mobile China, aside from the DLQ, the Arctic 50 is the go-to rifle for snipers. This is because of its relatively fast scope in time, high fire rate so you can spam or take consecutive shots, and it has good lethal hitboxes as well. Believe it or not, based from Path's patch notes, the Arctic 50 has the best idle sway, foring radius at 40 meters, and the best breath hold time of 2000 milliseconds or 2 seconds among the sniper rifles. Meaning this might be the best sniper for comp if you think about it, but players from Global and Garena very much prefer using the DLQ and the Locust for sniping in competitive. Here are some builds that you can use: a suppressed build if you don't want to be heard while sniping in respawns or S&D, or if you want some extra bullets, you can leave the suppressor behind and equip a 10-round mag in your Gunsmith build in exchange of having a bit of a slower reload and movement speed. Obviously, to counter the QXR insta-kill in close range, there's no other gun class you should use than shotgun. COD Mobile China pros prefer to use the KRM, and for obvious reasons. Instead of nerfing this class, they actually buffed the ADS mobility of all shotguns while nerfing the mobility by just a bit. Nonetheless, the KRM is still lethal in closer ranges and is actually useful in holding small enclosed hardpoints and clearing out areas that are really tight. The hip-fire lethality of the KRM is very effective in wiping multiple enemies in a matter of seconds. It just takes practice with the shotgun and good movement in order to maximize its potential. Here's the standard build that's widely used across all servers. I assume you have this already, but if you don't, try it out. This gun is a lot more used in ranked than in competitive for some reason, but the PP19 Bison is one of the easiest gun to use in the game, and it's about to get nerfed in the upcoming season. How bad? We're just gonna have to wait and see. Here's a build that I currently use, and you're free to continue using whichever build you're enjoying right now. Finally, we get to the obvious one, the QXR. This is the most used gun in COD Mobile China tournaments, and you exactly know the reason why. It's fast to kill and very easy to control, and interestingly enough, I see some Gunsmith builds that are made to challenge medium range gunfights. This one being the build that I currently use. It's not mainly for aggressive type play and can challenge range gunfights if you can control the recoil. Here's some other builds that you can try that I pulled from COD Mobile China streams, and if there are any more good builds you use, comment them down below. Different servers will have different playstyles, different metas, and different preferences. But if you really are a good player, ping issues aside, then you should be able to adapt and perform wherever server you play on, regardless of the environment. That's it for today's video. Make sure you help us reach our goal of 2,500 likes and share this to a friend that needs new Gunsmith builds to try out. For today's question, I want to know, which server would you want to try and play on? Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.